Hello,
Hello,
everybody. Hi,
hello.
hi, hi, hi.
Happy
I said
happy Canadian Turkey Day, everyone. This is being
happy.
filmed on October 14th. So that means it's Canadian Thanksgiving. Not the real Thanksgiving, just the Canadian one.
Not the real one, just y'all's.
Yeah, yeah. Um, it's not a big deal over here. I mean, it's becoming less of a big deal. Not to start off the podcast in a political way, but it's like less important now, especially to Indigenous people. But anyway,
hmm
that's besides the point. I am down for any excuse to have a big meal with some family. I
You're
think that's
telling
fun.
me.
I think that's nice. Get a nice turkey going.
Mm,
Put some stuffing in that
gobble,
smart
gobble.
ass bird.
The forest bird.
Put it on a sandwich. I don't give a frick.
Yeah,
That's all I want. So I'm excited for that later today. It's going to be happening in a couple hours.
I'm very excited for you. I think Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays just for the food, not for any other reason. Not about
Not for any other
getting
reason.
together, not gather, but the food.
Yeah.
That's it.
You can be excited about like the circumstance of a holiday and not necessarily the meaning of the holiday
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
Like that's me and Christmas. I friggin' love Christmas and I'm not even a little bit religious. In
Right.
fact, religion makes me very, very uncomfortable. I actively dislike it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, and Christmas is one of my favorite times of the year. It's my
Same.
favorite holiday. I love it. I
Same.
don't I don't celebrate it for religious reasons. So it's like but I love the atmosphere. I love the food. Oh, peppermint! Don't get me started on freaking peppermint.
Oh my gosh.
And
Peppermint
the food, same
mocha.
thing. Peppermint mocha. You
Ooh.
get all the best like holiday themed drinks,
Mm-hmm.
which is usually just peppermint stuff, but no gingerbread as well. Gingerbread stuff.
Yeah. What else? At Dunkin' there's a cookie butter cold brew, which I've never had before. The Jolly
That'd be good.
Gingerbread Village from Bath and Body Works is the
Oh,
best.
and now I smell like Christmas.
I'm really excited for Bath and Body Works winter because of the fairy tale line.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's my favorite fragrance at Bath and Body Works, but it's only a winter thing and they might
you're running low
recycle
on
it.
that.
Oh yeah, but this has lasted me since last Christmas.
That's true. I mean, same with this. We got this. Oh man, I can't actually tell, but I'm like, I still feel like I got like 2/3 of this left.
Is that
These
from
last
last
forever.
year?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it has to be. No, I think winter is the best time for Bath and Body Works. I think it's their best like fragrances. Cuz fall
yeah, because
really
like
is not giving this year at all.
it's weird. Fall's like the notoriously the one that smells good.
Yeah, it's a shame, but like I've been to Bath and Body Works like 3 times this season and I keep checking and it's just not good. Like it's
All of
not hitting.
their pumpkin stuff just smells like pure sugar.
It smells the same. All their
Yeah,
stuff smells the same right now. Or just bad,
yeah,
artificial. But the winter stuff is really good. So I'm excited for that to come back. Hopefully in November that'll start coming back.
yeah,
I hope they bring back Fairy Tale. I'm sure what they do is they recycle the same fragrances into different names. So I'm going to be
yes,
looking out
yeah.
for that. But
They haven't brought back one of my favorite lotion scents, which was Mary Cookie.
yeah, which is so stupid of them to
They,
get rid of.
which is wild because people want that to come back, but they keep bringing it back in candle form. I don't really use
Nobody
candles. I
wants
have
that.
the wickless ones. I just don't want to supervise it. I don't want to have to like make sure the
Yeah.
flames out. It burns too quickly. I just like the little wax melts. That's what I use.
Which
Those
like
are my
we've talked
favorite.
about before, why isn't Bath and Body Works doing wax melts?
I feel like they're the future.
They're sleeping on a bag there.
Yeah, yeah. Just do it. Just grow up. First of all,
First
grow
of
up
all,
and
grow
just
up.
make the wax melt.
I
Yeah,
don't even have a wax melter, and if Bath and Body Works released those, I would buy one because I'm sure they'd have like a really cute wax melter too.
that is probably one of the best Christmas gifts I ever got. My sister got me that wax melter. I've been using it
Mm-hmm.
um, like crazy. And I was actually speaking of gifts. I was gonna start the stream off like this today, but I actually forgot until right now. I even brought it in the room. I was gonna wear this. I was gonna point to the shirt.
For you audio listeners, he's holding up a bright red shirt that says, "I can't adult right now. I'm gaming."
Which is, listen, all right. I think I've worn this shirt once as like it's laundry day.
Yeah.
It has a generic controller on it. No, it's a legally non-distinct controller.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna wear this and I was gonna point to the text.
Yeah.
Be like, this is relatable content.
This is me.
But I forgot. So I'll do it next time. But that is how do you react to a gift like that?
I would think it was funny.
I
Was it
I
a
did, and
joke or was it
because
serious?
it's serious. It's seriously. It comes from this is my aunt gave me this, and
Oh.
sweet, lovely woman, right? She said, "I thought you would like this," and you know what? I said, "Yeah, I love this. This is fantastic. Thank you so much. This is so fun. This is great." Because that's what you say, Chad. That's what you say.
Yeah.
Be grateful. She was thinking about me. I know the older generation sometimes they're a little bit misguided in
Mm-hmm.
what people would want, and I think wearing it as an ironic shirt is very, very funny.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
I wish
So
somebody would get stuff like that for me. Nobody ever gets me like meme stuff, meme shirts.
yeah,
Like I get gag gifts from my dad every holiday, but like nothing like that that's like I'm adulting right now. Or I can't adult right now. Sorry.
yeah. I can't. I
Can't
must sleep.
adult.
Can't adult or something like that. Something stupid like that. Did you ever get those? God, I remember the earliest instances of like targeted ads I would get. It was on Facebook, and it would be like these AI generated T-shirts, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be overly specific, and it would be like, and weirdly threatening. It'd be like, never mess with an Aquarius born in January in 1992 and listens to Eminem, and and it's
Yeah.
like, why wouldn't I mess with that person though?
I
You don't
remember
ex- you don't
I've
explain why. You just say don't mess with them.
I've gotten those ads before, but it has like my last name in it. I'm like, it's like never mess with a
Town.
town. Pi, thank you for the hydrate in chat.
Hey, good hydrate.
Good
Hydrate,
reminder.
hydrate. Good reminder. Good reminder. Speaking of which, people,
People,
Spotify listeners, I say it every single week, but come hang out with us on Twitch because often we'll have people in the Twitch chat who like to talk to us,
sometimes.
and sometimes we will, sometimes we'll respond. But but you can go watch us on twitch.MaeMaeTown.tv/fart/flush the toilet every Monday usually.
Yeah.
So
So come
come
on.
hang out with us. Yeah,
Come on down. Yeah, it's a good
come
time.
on down.
We are recording this at 2 p.m. today. Usually we don't record till like 8 o'clock at night. But Neo is playing, is streaming tonight with the boys. So
I'm
we're
streaming
working
tonight
around.
with some people where I have a busy day today
Yeah.
because, like I mentioned earlier, it is Canadian Thanksgiving, which we got some family coming over and gonna eat some good food. Oh, I'm excited for that
I'm
stuffing.
excited for you.
Oh my
I'm
goodness,
jealous.
my goodness. When is American Thanksgiving?
November 26th.
Wow, we're not even close, huh?
Yeah. But it falls on, I feel like, is it always on a Monday for you guys?
Uh, it's not important enough for me to commit to memory.
But don't you always get the day off?
Yes, on
So
Thanksgiving.
does it fall on the first Monday of like, not the first Monday, but I don't know. Cause like for us, it's on a different day of the week every year, but it's always
Okay.
on the 26th. I know with some holidays, it's like the first something of that month.
Yeah.
Is it always on this calendar day on the 14th?
I don't actually know. I'll have to check later. Oh, in the chat, Pi says it's always the second Monday
There we go.
over. Okay.
That's what I thought because I was like, I remember last year you had off,
Yeah,
but
we always
today
take
is
the day off.
Monday, so
Good memory. Good memory.
hey,
Um,
I know some things, not a lot of things. I have a horrible memory, guys. I'm actually not very smart. I've learned.
Okay,
I'm
elaborate.
really not. And the thing is, like, I think I'm on the spectrum a little bit, and
Yeah.
that's
Which
it.
one?
I don't know.
Which
Couldn't tell you.
flavor of spectrum do you get?
Couldn't tell you. But I just know that, like, there are moments where I think I'm doing a really good job, or that I'm doing something super correct, and then I find out that I've, like, done it wrong, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, you couldn't have taught that to me because I thought I was perfect.
Yeah, I don't know. I got some gimmicks. I don't know all my health things.
Me
I
neither.
the only
Can't afford
the
it.
only thing I can't afford it. Well, I can, but
Can't
because
afford
it's
to
not.
know.
I can because it's usually free.
You're
That being
Canadian.
said, for mental health stuff, it still costs a lot. We don't get
Mm-hmm.
free any mental health stuff,
Mm-hmm.
so that would still cost me a lot to find out. And it doesn't. I don't know. I don't really know because I don't know what I would have. The only thing I've been really diagnosed with was ADHD, and that was when I was in the 8th grade.
Yeah.
Um, so there's that. But also, like I think I've said this before on stream, but I think I have like a mild Tourette's as well,
Mm.
just with my like uncontrollable ticks, my face ticks, my movements. Like you'll see me moving like this all the time, and it's just like I'm not doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like that is completely against my will, and I can't control that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's a cure for that. Who knows? Does it? Like, who cares, right? It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I don't think there's medication for that.
I think it is something that you have to live with, at least that I'm aware of. I don't think that there is a um, cure. I think that there's
Yeah.
probably therapy that you can do, like not like not like speech therapy, but something similar, like neurological, like uh, tests that you can do. Where they can figure out, like, oh, if it starts to flare up, like, you can do this or that. I think there's stuff like that, but yeah, there's not. I don't think there's really like a cure for it. Um, I will say I feel like recently I have developed some kind of tick. Like, I'll like if you watch like any of the podcast videos, you'll see me like jump. Like, I get
Okay.
spasms. Like, I'll just have full body like spasms where I just like twitch a little bit. It's been
Yeah.
happening a lot recently, and I don't really know what causes it,
Oh,
if it's like adrenaline or I'm just like overstimulated or overwhelmed, but it's been happening recently, and I'm like, okay, that's new.
Well, hey, if you're getting, maybe you caught it from me. But
Yeah, I think I did.
if you're getting it, I'm so sorry. That one, that like my ADHD, yeah, it sucks. I just chalked it up to gimmick throughout my life. Whatever, who cares? Ultimately, it only really affects me, and it hasn't really affected me too terribly. Like it's
Yeah.
not great, and it does. I I already set out like from the first grade. I already decided I wasn't going to do any homework anyway, so like school
Hmm.
wasn't a big deal. And work I usually get by with my personality and not my task efficiency. So that has been fine. I found ways around that, but
Hmm.
like the Tourette's side of it, which is generally in my eyes, I would say
Hmm.
my eyes, my forehead, like the whole top part of my face and my neck and my upper back. I feel like it's all located there.
Yeah.
And you can even go back to videos from like I have videos on my YouTube channel from like 2007, and I'm still doing the same thing.
Hmm.
And it's just like, wow, this is. I think I do just have this permanently kind of thing. They've
Yeah.
gotten, sometimes they'll get better. Sometimes they will get better. For like maybe I'll have a month where it's good, and they're very mild. But then this last month was pretty rough. They
Yeah.
were really bad, which is a shame because I've just actually started trying to be on camera more,
Hmm.
and initially it is kind of embarrassing, but and people very infrequently call it out. Most people say they don't really notice,
Yeah,
But I look back and that's all I notice. But I guess it's because people are more harsh on themselves, right?
of course, of course. And honestly, as a viewer myself, like, especially if you've been watching you for a while, like, you don't even notice, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's just, that's something that, like, you're always going to deal with. But, like, honestly, I've had stuff about me that I've had to deal with on stream that I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, apparently I look high all the time. Like, I've had people tell me in chat, like, are you high? I'm like, no, that's just how my face looks.
Is it your face or is like it could be like the mellow tone? Because I've had that said to me as well.
No, it's not. It could be that, but it's like my eyes. My eyes are always like half closed.
Hmm. Okay.
And
Yeah. I
I'm
guess.
like
I guess.
chronically sleepy. I don't know if that's a thing. I think I have like nutrition deficiencies that cause it, and I just can't afford to
That did.
get all that
Yeah. Like
tested.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I find you usually have your eyes fairly narrow, but I didn't. It didn't register as anything to me.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
I just look sleepy a lot, and it registers as being intoxicated to some people. So that's
Yeah.
something that I have to deal with as well, where it's like ugh, it makes me not want to stream and be on camera because it's like I'm just going to look like that, and then people are going to be like, "Oh."
Yeah. I'm trying to get over my own insecurities as well. Like, I mean, we all got them, right? That's the struggle of being on camera.
Mhm. Um
Yeah.
we got some people in the chat chatting. Shout out to you guys. Hello Noodle Pie and Senna, thank you for the lurk.
Yeah. We
Um
got
Noodle says my eyes look closed when I
people.
have my camera close. Yeah. I think some people they just that's how they look. Like this is how I look. I feel good. I feel really good today. But I'm just naturally like
I think we look good today.
I think we look great.
I think we look fantastic. So
Um
hey, take
Pi
that insecurities.
yeah, Pi says your mannerisms too, but like the more I hear slash watch, it is less notable as high and just you. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's similar to what you go through where it's just like that's just how you are. And
That's just how
people
you are.
as they watch, they're just like, "Oh no, that's just the vibe, you know?"
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I find your streams very, very relaxing because
Mm,
you aren't and there's nothing necessarily wrong with this, but like you're not one of those very like high energy
no.
streamers, right? Like you have a very similar um kind of like kind of monotone, I would say, kind of like
Mhm.
a relaxing tone.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I appreciate that. I think a lot of people here do too. So your streams do make me pass out sometimes. I will say that.
And
I'm just
I'm
like relaxed the
I'm
entire
happy
time.
about that. I like that because I, you know, I have certain content creators that I watch that like I'm like, "Oh, they're going to make me relaxed. I'm going to fall asleep to this." I think there's absolutely a market for that. So, if that's me, I'm fine because like I like feel that way all the time. I'm like, "Okay, I could take a nap. I could take a nap right here." um but no, like I'm fine with it. It's just one of those things that like every now and then someone will be like, "Are you high?" And it's like in reality, I've been sober for years. Like I
Yeah,
don't do anything like that. And so it's kind of just like ugh, I've worked really hard to not be grouped into this like lifestyle, but I still look
yeah.
like it. And it's like, "Oh, that sucks." Um
What
what
if you changed that?
I changed what?
What if we were
Started
just
drinking.
yeah? What if we just show up?
Why don't we just show up wasted, guys? Would that make
Just
it more interesting?
absolutely blasted. Is blasted a term that
Yes,
that
blasted is
your
a
community
term.
uses?
My community?
Yeah.
Hey, my community is crazy.
No, I'm kidding. No, no, I agree though. I mean, I've had the same thing, and I don't partake in any substances,
Yeah.
so yeah, I don't know. People can just be gimmicky and weird people. I think that's fine.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my gimmick. I'm chronically sleepy. I'm always sleepy. There's never a moment
Yep.
where I'm not sleepy, where I
I'm a
couldn't
part
just
of
lay
the
down and
sleepy
take a nap.
sheepy club. I
Yeah.
am a sleepy sheepy. I friggin' I'll go down for a nap. My naps are like 3 or 4 hours minimum
Mm-hmm.
every single.
I
Take
think,
a few of those a day. Why not?
yeah. Noodle says I've fallen asleep watching May stream often, and it's the best because I don't sleep. I I've never done any kind of drug and don't plan to. Yeah, I see. We've talked about this before, but like am really happy to hear that my streams put people to sleep because it's like I feel like I'm providing like a service in a way.
Oh, it's lovely. I feel bad because I want to be active in chat, but I'm also like struggling to keep my eyes open.
No, I get it, and I honestly really do. Like it makes me feel good when people are like, "I passed out to your stream," because it's like, oh, that means I helped them relax. Like that's a great feeling for me.
It's a big thing.
It just I think because it's like a vicious cycle. Because I'm so sleepy, when chat isn't active, like I'm like falling asleep. I'm putting myself to sleep. So I'm like, I gotta go, guys.
I gotta get
Like,
out.
I gotta get out.
I gotta get out.
Um, what was I gonna say before? ADHD baby.
Any nappers
Um,
in chat?
any
Or
nappers? Oh, I know. There's nappers in chat for sure.
oh my goodness, I
Um,
cannot like come home from work and not sleep. Every
mhm.
single day of my life, I'm sleeping for 3 hours after work.
Yeah.
That's my schedule. It's lovely.
I really don't
I do feel bad that I'm
take.
missing out on the day, but like,
Yeah,
oof.
I don't really take naps anymore. We've been talking a lot off stream about just like adjusting our lifestyle habits to fit our bodies, like what we need as people.
Mm.
And like for me personally, I've realized that I'm more of a night person, and having to be active during the day just really disagrees with me. So like
As
I've
a recent
been
discovery.
it's a recent discovery, and I've just started waking up when I feel like, and I do delivery full time, so I've just been doing delivery at night. So I'll work from like 4 to 10 or 11 p.m. And usually I've tried to set an alarm for like 7:30, and I feel like, okay, I need to get up. I need to start working at like 11 a.m. till, 10 p.m. because I want to make the most money. And in changing my schedule, I've realized that like I make almost as much money at night because I have more energy.
Your work schedule is a nightmare, though. I know you don't mind.
It's not though. It
You
was.
well, it's 7 days a week, 10 hours a day.
It's not that anymore. That's what I'm saying. Is like I've changed that so that
Well,
I
okay, so it's
am
11
healthier.
till
No, that's why I'm saying I've changed. Like that's what I was doing before I started like sleeping in,
right.
you know?
Okay, so it's, what time? What did you say? It's like
So I was waking up at like
sometimes you're
7.
not back till like
Yeah.
11:30.
And I've had like
Yeah,
plenty of days like that where I work like 10 to 12 hours and I wake up at like 7:30 and then I go to
yeah.
sleep at like 1 a.m. Um but recently I've changed it to where I don't set an alarm. I wake up at, 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
whatever. I get up, I maybe clean the house, I eat, I run
Well, like
errands.
just the work schedule part. Like, so you're like
Yeah, then I start work at like 4 till
until
like
like
10, 11.
okay.
I feel it out.
Yeah, I guess it's not bad. Yeah.
If the money's really good, I'll keep going for like another 30 minutes or an hour. But usually by 9:30 I'm tapping out cuz I'm just like, I made enough.
Yeah.
And since I've
All right,
started doing
that's
that,
definitely more of a healthy schedule for sure. Because I
yeah,
was worried about you burning out for sure.
I know, and you were right because I was like I 2 days ago I went out to run errands, and I had like poor circulation in my legs. Like I felt like I could barely walk, and I was getting vertigo and
Mm,
cold and hot sweats and chills all over my body. And I came home and I was like, I took the whole day off because I was like going to work at night, and I had woken up early that day. Like I had set an alarm for like seven
yeah,
thirty, 8 o'clock, and it was such a
that's some
struggle for me to
spooky
wake
symptoms.
up. And so I took the day off, and then the next day is when I started my new schedule where I just like didn't set an alarm. I just woke up at like 9:30, 10, and then I which another thing that I've started recently, which I'm kind of keeping it a secret, but I'll just say that I started an ASMR account. I'm
Ooh, I
not
thought
releasing the account. I'm not releasing the account name to the public because it's
okay.
something I want for
It's
myself. If you find it,
MaeSMR.
no, that's a really good name, but
That's a great name.
it's like it's kind of like a different persona that, like, if you find it, you find it because my tattoos are in it. Um, but I want to keep it secret because like I wanted to have something that's like free of any judgment or like, like, oh, my family members or my friends are gonna find this, because ASMR can just get weird sometimes, and
Yeah.
like I there's no problem with that for me, but just naturally it's gonna attract people that, some people have some interesting interests, and I
I
just want it
remember
to
a
be a
few episodes
free.
ago when I was shamed the hell out of liking the ASMR with the sniffing.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
No shame, but shame only on that one.
No shame, but like that, some people are into that. And
It gives me chills. I don't know. How am I supposed to
yeah,
like? It's like a physical
and
reaction. I don't
hey,
know.
I will just say there
It's
is
not even
nothing
like
wrong.
a thank you. Hey, I appreciate that. There's like it's not even like a fetish thing. It's like it physically is giving me chills. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of nice.
Yeah, and it's like, whatever makes you relaxed or comfortable, if it's not hurting anybody, I'm all for it.
Yeah, why
And
not?
um Noodle says I won't even have to go out to find it because IG or TikTok will just recommend it to me. It's true. That's what I'm saying. Like, if TikTok recommends it to you, I'm sure you'll figure out quickly that it's my account. But I'm not putting it out there because I want to keep it like sort of like a judgment free zone, because I don't know,
Yeah,
I might try different things. Who knows? And
yeah.
that's my choice. So I started doing
It
that.
gives you full creative reign without any like
Exactly.
embarrassment, I guess.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, no. The day that I felt like I was gonna pass out, I was getting some more like supplies for the videos, and so instead of like going to work that night, I just came home and created the content, and then just laid in bed, and it was really nice. But I've been doing that recently, and that's been really, really fun, and it's been doing really well, guys. Like,
That's not because it's not even just ASMR. You got a few things going on there.
yeah, it's like
You have some of those brain cleanse things going on too.
yeah, there's this, like, if you guys look into it, if you look up like brain cleanse on TikTok, there's like a bunch of stem boards with like, it's kind of hard to explain. Oh my god, there's a fuzzy. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you just go look it up on TikTok, um you'll understand why people like it, because it's like visuals combined with audio, and you can just get them from Pinterest. So I have a few of those on my account, and then it
Yeah.
was only a couple days ago that I started creating content myself, like original content. And those have been just doing really well. Like, I'm very surprised at how quickly I've accumulated like followers. So it's
The response has
exciting.
been really nice. It's been good.
It's been really good.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting uh, field to sort of tap into and navigate, because it's like the options are literally endless. Like, you might not think that something is relaxing for people, but it really is, and I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, everyone else kind of got. I mean, if you find it, you find it. That's
If you
fine.
find it, you find it cool. But I'm just, I just don't want to make a big like, yeah, everybody go follow me, because like,
It's not like a new, like, big official branch,
it's not tied to this at all.
like
Like,
Cherry or something like that.
no. So,
Yeah,
but no, y'all, it's really fun. It's really fun,
it
and
seems like
anyone,
lovely content. Like I've been really into it. I like watching those
yeah,
videos. I don't. I wouldn't say I'm like active in the community, but yeah, I'll be scrolling. I'll stop once or twice for
yeah.
those videos, but unless it's yours, and I'll watch them every single time.
Well,
But
also
you've
like,
also been implementing the like whispering into it as well.
yeah, I'm gonna get more
That's
into voiceover stuff. I have a little bit of that, not with my original content, but over like the stem boards. Um,
yeah.
I want to get into that, but I'm like focusing on like I think my whole vibe is like clean core, so it's like a lot of cleaning stuff, which cleaning videos are so relaxing. So I've been making some of my own like in my bathroom, and it's been really fun.
You know what's a fun kind of relaxing content that I've found that I haven't even showed you yet, but it's one of my favorite new content creators. I'll find out his name. Let's see. It's this comedian guy, and his whole gimmick is how overly sad he is. He's basically like Eeyore if he was a comedian. So, and he started doing these full Pokemon episode recaps. So he'll go, I watch episode 45 of Pokemon every year because I watch every episode of Pokemon every year. Pikachu tries to fight Hitmonchan while wearing his own equipment, and Hitmonchan hits Pikachu, but his hands are not equipment, they're his actual hands. So he hits him with his flesh blob. And he basically reviews the whole episode like
Yeah.
that. And it's my favorite. Let me see.
See, that's another example of like that really like does it for some people in terms of relaxation. You know.
Um, what's this guy's name? I can't check. Shoot.
You don't know it?
I have to.
Sad guy reviewing Pokemon episodes, maybe.
Let me see. I can find this. I can actually find this. Um,
Fake
I
fan.
want. No, I am. It's only a recent thing that I've found. I can find this though, because I meant to send it to you.
I believe in you.
Okay, I found it. His name is Comrade Tripp. So COMRADE space TRIPP.
Comrade Trap.
And he does stand up as well. I'm gonna send this to you.
Oh, I bet his stand up is so funny.
His stand up's so funny because he's just sad as well.
I love comics like that who are just sad, like that's their whole thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Wait,
there
where's my...
at one of Brick's shows, the person who won, didn't they have that kind of vibe, just kind of like monotone?
Yeah, what was his name?
It was um not Courtney. It was something like Courtney.
something like that, right?
Courtney.
Here, I've sent you I know we're in the middle
They're
of the
really funny
podcast.
though.
I've sent you a Comrade Trips
Hi, Jonathan
video.
King. I'm good. How are you?
How's it going,
How's
Jonathan
it
King,
going,
in the
Jonathan
Twitch
King?
chat?
In the
But people
Twitch chat.
go see this video. It didn't share very well because I'm on desktop, but
Comrade
he's my
Trip.
new favorite content creator. He's so funny.
I'm gonna look him up after this.
I watch every episode of Pokemon every year.
Also, Cinna says, I napped once to a May 9K, not me. May 9K / Neo Soul Link. Woke up to Neo yelling at May.
I have to yell at
Sounds
that guy
really
off.
That's like,
You
honestly,
know?
that's like Game Grumps for me. When I was really like falling asleep to Game Grumps, I'd fall asleep to like them playing Kirby, and then I'd wake up to Aaron being like, "You stupid idiot!" And they're like,
Yeah, that's
so
the
good.
appeal of a Neodoodlez / May9K crossover stream.
Yeah,
We'll
and I
often
love
just
that.
be like, because I don't know. I usually have one tone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it picks up when I stream with I don't know when I stream with him.
Yeah.
He kind of brings it out of me.
Yeah, no, May 9K, like we were playing some games off stream with May 9K and Spielermon the other night,
Yeah,
which was, oh my god, we have to stream all together sometime because it was so
Oh, we
funny.
will,
And yeah,
100%.
May 9K, like he will bring that out of anybody that he's around.
What is the game? It's called the game we played.
It was called do you have it in the chat in the message?
I do. It's called Mensch Argendisch
It's the German name for Trouble, that old board game.
Trouble. I think it translates to "Don't get mad."
Don't give.
Let me tell you, that game sucks.
It sucked. I think it would be more fun not automated.
Potentially,
It sucks,
yeah,
but
but
I think it'd be better not
I feel like
automated.
even playing the regular game, like I remember Sorry and Trouble, those games were garbage.
Yeah.
Like people only liked them because they had the little clicky orb in the
Well, that's
middle.
what you need. We needed the
You
little
need
poppy thing are,
You needed that. That's so fun. I want that to roll every dice.
yeah.
I would see. I'm not a D&D person. I don't like D&D. I would be into D&D if the D20s were rolled with a popper.
Mm-hmm. That would
You
be a
know,
good, dice would be a good ASMR video.
that would be
Or
yeah.
the little
You
popper.
can-
I need to track that game down so I can like just like pop it. Pop it. We also looked up like a bop it online, like a online version of the bop it. It's not as fun.
I wanted to play Bop It with everyone, but it sucked. And
Yeah.
well, real Bop It. Okay, I went through a Bop It phase. I don't think anybody's ever gone through a Bop It phase, but I went through a Bop It phase. Um, we when I worked at the game store, we sold Bop It, but it was like a mini Bop It,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't realize that they cap out at 100. So like
That's
your high score can
crazy.
only be 100, which is awful. They should have an unlimited mode.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed because like I got to 100. Now what? I mean, it took us forever to get to that point.
Yeah.
I had to like stand at the other side of the store, and when customers would come in, the other person working with me would have to take care of it because I was busy
Mm-hmm.
playing Bop It. We had an understanding. We had an understanding. So like my other coworker, she would switch out and she would take her Bop It turn while I handle all the customers.
That's so
Listen,
real.
we had a thing that worked. We would do that at work though. We would be cool about like slacking off, right? Like we would have somebody who's dedicated to doing the thing,
Mm-hmm.
while the other person goes for like a half-hour walk around the mall, and then we would swap out,
Oh, that's
right? We
nice.
constantly. It was so
That's
nice.
how
It
it
was
should
so
be.
great. Yeah, yeah. Why not? We're still getting paid for it. Who cares?
Um, I was gonna say, I can't wait to come back to Toronto specifically for, well, for you, but also for Toys R
Oh,
Us because I've been dying to go to a toy store since I've started doing the ASMR stuff.
you're coming next week, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been
you can.
Christmas for sure. I'll be there.
Okay, that's a long time.
I
That's a
know it's a
long
long
time.
time, but
We'll figure it out. We'll
we
figure
got
it out.
it.
But
Yeah,
money sucks,
yeah.
chat.
Maybe I can like find a way to go down to Florida and just like leave my car there and fly to Toronto. That might work, honestly.
That might work. Yeah,
I'll see if I
yeah,
can figure something out. Because that would be really cheap, and I could fly direct.
yeah, yeah. That'd be a lot better.
Hey,
That
if you're
would be.
looking to fly to Canada, go to Florida. It is so cheap.
If you're, yeah, if you're nowhere near Florida, fly to Florida,
Just
then fly to Ontario.
literally just take like a $30 flight into Tampa, and then fly to Toronto. Like it's so
It's the
cheap.
best way.
You'll pay
It's the
like
best way.
$200 total.
Yeah, for round trip.
Whereas if you fly out from Atlanta to Toronto, it's like $600. It's so stupid.
It's yeah, it was more than that. I think it was like 800 for a round
Yeah.
trip to Atlanta. Yeah, it was awful. Getting to Atlanta has never been cheap,
No,
unfortunately. I
but
don't know
you've only
why. I
been
don't know why.
once because of that.
I've been to Atlanta twice.
Twice?
Twice.
So
Yeah.
you came Christmas and then you came back in February,
Yeah.
January, end of January, right?
Yeah, because you drove here and we drove back.
That's right. Twice
Yeah.
within like a month and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Month. See, I'm stupid.
Was
I
it
don't know what
that?
I'm talking about ever.
It was a couple months. Yeah, but it was yeah, I don't remember the exact dates, but yeah, we did the whole drive back. Um, I've done it twice. Obviously, you've done it more.
Yeah, I've done it what, four times?
Yeah, because the first time we didn't do the whole thing. We stopped in Cleveland.
Yeah.
We stayed there, and the second time we did it all in one shot.
Hmm.
But we left really early, and it was cool because it was so foggy
It
in
was
the morning when we first woke
amazing.
up. It looked so neat. We were like in this fog tunnel. It looked like,
But it was like
and there's
orange.
nobody on the road. Yeah, it was beautiful.
It felt like Blade Runner, honestly.
It was neat. It was kind of spooky, but like it was kind of cool.
I felt like I was in one of those like early 2000s like nostalgia core like videos with the
Yeah,
that song that's viral on
yeah.
TikTok.
The
I
what was
love
it called?
those.
Aquatic ambience.
Yeah, I saw the guy who created that song on TikTok. He was like, "That was me." I was like, "Oh, wow, you
Oh,
just like created a whole can of worms."
it's a great song. A lot of people think it's from Donkey Kong Country, but it's not. It's not from it.
No,
It's like inspired by it, and it has the same name, but it's not the same song.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
but
watching
that's a great song. I love it.
some last night with that song over it. I found an account that posts like shopping at Target in 2024 versus like 2002, and it was like,
Yeah,
oh my god, we've been robbed blind.
of like personality and flavor in like
It's
a lot of
so
our
depressing.
shops and malls and food courts.
Remember the well
I
you
live near one of my local malls. I'll just dox
mhm.
it. It's called Dixie Mall. Now Dixie Mall is a smaller. People who know it, it's called Dixie Outlet Mall. You can Google it. It's a smaller, kind of like I would say run down mall. Actually, hey, there's May 9K in the Twitch chat right
9K.
now. May 9K actually met at Dixie Mall, so that's how,
That's
you know,
funny.
so he'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so Dixie Outlet Mall, it's a little run down, but if you go there, it kind of feels like
Mm-hmm.
it's retained a lot of that flavor. You go into the food court, it has like weird shapes and interesting seats, and like I don't know, it has that kind of what the kids will call liminal space feel to
Mm-hmm.
it, and it feels like it's kind of trapped in time, and I appreciated that about that mall.
Me too.
I actually do like that mall for that reason because it feels like an early 2000s mall.
Yeah. I just like looking at the Target video specifically. It's like they used to have that little dog Spot, the
Is
mascot.
that like a mascot?
Yeah, I know you guys didn't really have Target, but like going to Target in the early 2000s was one of the best things ever. You'd
Mm.
walk in, it would have like it was way more colorful, way, a lot warmer than it is now. They had this dog named Spot, I think, who had the Target logo on his face.
Oh,
He's
that's
one of those
cute.
like really like white. I don't even know I don't know the breed, but they had the dog mascot and it smelled like popcorn and it was just super warm, and now it's just so depressing and everyone that works there hates their lives, and like it's just, and that's the case for all the stores like Walmart, and we don't have Toys R Us
Walmart had
anymore.
the Walmart had the happy face, like the smiley
Yeah.
face. I don't even think it has that anymore.
Yeah. People like in that video, like people were like the workers were like smiling.
Mascots are being murdered. I mean, Ronald McDonald's been dead for years.
I know, like what is happening? Why are they doing this?
Zeddy the zebra says pie in the Twitch chat. What is that? Like
Who?
Zellers? What is that? Is that
Zaddy
Zellers?
the zebra.
Zaddy the zebra.
Zaddy the zebra is my favorite mascot. The
I
rollback mascot for
love.
Walmart, yeah. Rollback.
It was Zellers. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that one. And of course, there's uh, Toys R Us Tom the giraffe.
My God, well we just don't. They got rid of our Toys R Us
The
here.
frig is his name.
Jeffrey,
Joffrey.
put some respect on Jeffrey's name.
Uh,
Jeffrey the
I don't have
giraffe.
to see. I'm not in the point where I'm like I'm still ignorant to like the loss of Jeffrey over here because we still have him.
Well, yeah, they gentrified him.
Yeah. Uh,
I remember
um,
he used to come to the stores. Like they would have a guy dress up in the Jeffrey costume, and on like Saturdays he would come out and take pictures with the kids.
oh, that costume's just there at the store. Anybody,
Can you
employees just come out where
have
it's.
Shy Drake please put it on?
Yeah, absolutely,
Oh,
100%.
I
They'll just
can't
keep it in the
wait.
back, like, hey, you wanna be Jeffrey? It's
Who's
just like
being
this
Jeff
sticky
today?
draft costume in the back.
Ugh, I miss like we have truly been robbed of all the magic in this world just because of greedy corporate North America.
Yeah,
Like you can't.
we were
Sorry,
actually a
I'm
good
really mad.
example of kind of something. No, you were about to make a point.
No, I was just gonna
No,
say
no, no.
that like
I feel like
how.
mine's gonna devolve into something else.
No, I was just gonna say quickly like how can they look at footage from Target in the early 2000s? I was supposed to say Toy Story, Toys R Us in the early 2000s, Walmart. How can they look at that and compare it to now and think, yeah, we did it. This is so much better. When
Yeah,
they know that we miss that so much and they keep modernizing everything. It's like, no, we want the yellow, like we want this aesthetic back. Bring it back.
yeah.
Taco Bell?
I mean, that's everything. I mean, look at even Planet Fitness, right? Planet
Yeah.
Fitness with their loud like orange, sorry, yellow and purple, right? That's their color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
My Planet Fitness recently did a bunch of renovations, and now I don't even think there's a bit of yellow in there at all. I
Or
think it's just
purple?
white and purple,
Oh, it's just white and
a little
purple.
bit of white and purple. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. It's like
and
they
it's looking more dental, and I don't like that.
everything is cool toned, but not in a good way. It's like just yeah, like MaeMaeTown saying they dumbed things down. Like and yeah, the fencing to keep people from stealing. Yeah, everything's locked up. You can't touch anything anymore. I saw somebody on TikTok who was like, I just came to the mall and like what is the point of coming to the store? Why not
Yeah,
just buy it online because I can't touch it anyways?
it's always well. We talked about this a little bit because I mean, there's a lot of people who be stealing, which
Yeah,
I'm not going to say if
because
I'm
it's too
part of that or
expensive to
not.
live.
It's too expensive to live.
Why do you think there's been a spike in theft? Because people need to steal food and they need to steal um you know beauty products because they need to put moisturizer on their face, like something as simple as that.
Yeah.
Toothpaste. Like
You know what's one of my favorite? This is kind of related. I don't know if it fully is, but going to. Do you remember your Blockbuster video trips, or is it
yeah, I
like a little
remember
underage?
it was right around the corner. We would go there every Friday.
Yeah, we went to my local Blockbuster, which was at High Point Mall, which is still there. Has my favorite pizza place in it. Shout out to Luca Pizza. But I used to get my Blockbuster used to be there, and we would go there probably every few weeks or so, every couple weeks. And that was my favorite time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked about this a little bit as well. I always wanted to work at Blockbuster, but I always liked the way they would show that they had something in stock.
Mm-hmm.
So the game cover would be there, and if their Blockbuster case was behind it, it meant they had it in stock. So I'd
Mm-hmm.
be browsing through, and if I'd find a game that looked interesting and it didn't have the Blockbuster case behind it, I mean, you're out of luck.
Mm-hmm.
But the excitement I would feel when I would, lift it up and that Blockbuster case would be behind it, oh, what a rush!
Yeah, I
What
remember
a
that.
rush! I could take that up to the front. They'd put it in that case. Oh,
Such an experience.
such an experience. And it's like they can't bring that back because it doesn't make sense with modern technology. I understand why it died, but
I wish they would.
I wish they would, but like it would die again. Like there's just not like even I would say like, oh cool, but then I also probably wouldn't go there. Like my local
Yeah.
library, they rent out games for free. And
Mm-hmm.
I still don't go do it. Like it's not the matter of just like I just want to rent a game. Like it was the experience which was cool. But like I'm not gonna go there every week again.
I think if they brought back Blockbuster, it would pop off. I think if they brought that back specifically because people would just want to go and take TikToks and like we miss the novelty of doing simple things like renting a game from
For sure. I
from
think
the
for
place that provides that vibe and that experience. Blockbuster specifically, not just anywhere, you know.
yeah, I mean I could see that for sure. Definitely a novelty of it. But I feel like after that novelty wears off. As a pop-up shop, it would do very, very well.
Mhm.
Especially if they're selling Blockbuster merch. You get the
Oh my
the
god.
Blockbuster candles, which is something I want to buy.
Smells like popcorn.
Um, smells like popcorn. You got the hoodies.
God.
You got the uniforms. They're selling little membership cards, right?
Yeah.
As a pop-up shop for like, a couple months or something like that. Sure. I don't think a full Blockbuster would be able to like maintain anymore because they
Yeah.
actually sell that on the Blockbuster website. They sell all like merch, and I'm gonna buy it. I am going to buy it.
I
It's
would
gonna be
like
my
some
new
as
main
well.
hoodie. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a bunch because Blockbuster is my favorite place on earth.
Ugh,
But
there's a Little Caesars where mine used to be. Which Little
mine's
Caesars is like the worst pizza place ever.
it's a restaurant and a dry cleaner.
Good.
I don't know. It's cut into. They had a big lot, so it's been cut
Hmm.
up into multiple stores now.
In that same shopping center, there was a Chinese restaurant that my family and I used to go to. I think we'd go have Chinese food and then we'd go to Blockbuster. It was called China Station, and now it's an Indian food place, which I pick up a lot of orders from there. But it's just like
Have you tried
sad.
it?
It's like, no, no, I
No.
haven't. It hurts too much.
Yeah, I get that.
It's
When you
like it
become
should
loyal
be
to a
China
shop, there was
Station.
one of my favorite pizza places of all time is called Pizza King.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like such a regular name. You'd think, that would have been taken already, but it wasn't. But Pizza King was so good. It was in this plaza called Fieldgate Plaza that I
Mm-hmm.
grew up around. I'm just doxing all the locations. Why not? But, um, but yeah, the Pizza King was so good. I used to get it during high school and like middle school, and I would go there all the time. And I would get the same pizza every time. It was a large pizza with tomato, tomato, bacon, ground beef, and olives.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so friggin' good. And then they changed it to a different. They changed ownership and they changed the name of it to Maple Pizza. I'm thinking, okay, Maple Pizza, it's cute, it's Canadian, whatever. I get it, sure. And then they changed it again. This was not. This was very recently, and I had to stop going there because like the magic was gone. It was another pizza place called Pizza Wings and More.
Oh my God.
What a downgrade!
Just
Not
destroy
only
it.
that, but they missed out on the opportunity to call it Pizza Wings and Things.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been I would have forgiven them, but they called it Pizza Wings and More, and I think that's gross and that's stupid.
I'm
And also,
so
like, it's just not as cute in there anymore. It's awful. It's just awful.
I'm
So
so
I
sick
do
of
agree.
the wings places because like doing delivery, the amount of different wings places that I pick up from, I'm like, what is going on? The Subway by my house just got shut down to put in another location for a wings place. I was like,
Which
there's
wing
one down the road. Huh?
is it? Wingstop.
It's called Touchdown Wings.
Oh,
No, Wingstop is everywhere. I'm just
maybe
like
it's the whole. It could be like
franchises.
the whole bar vibe, right? Is
They don't even sell alcohol there though.
Oh, do they not? I feel like Wings Place should always
No,
sell
they're
alcohol.
like stop. They're like fast food, like Wingstop. They're
Oh,
all the same, and it's all the same food. You know?
a lot of our restaurants still sell like at least some beer though.
Yeah. No, this it's
Like
not like a
even a lot
sports
of our
bar.
pizza places do.
Ugh.
Like Pizza, they sell. I think they sell alcohol there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not really a
So,
thing here. Like fast food pizza places, we don't do alcohol. It has
I
to
think
be
it's
like a sit
becoming
down.
more common, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really know.
I'm just
But
like
yeah, I mean,
franchises have just killed the magic in this
speaking of
in this country.
which, right before we started stream, we were talking about Barney.
Oh my
I don't know if you guys
God.
have seen this new this new Barney.
You guys.
Um, Now I'm not generally a supporter of hating something just because it's different. So there's a couple jarring differences right from the start. Barney is a CG cartoon character now. Now a lot of people are thinking, "Oh, I miss the giant mascot costume," and sure, so do I. There's an appeal to those big costume shows. I used to be a big fan of,
Mhm.
Mr. Dress Up
Yeah.
and like Dudley the Dragon, that kind of stuff, where people would wear these big mascot puppet costumes, right? I like that art, and Sesame Street as well, same kind of
Mhm.
thing. I was definitely a Barney kid, so
Me
I
too.
loved seeing that big doofy dinosaur
Love
walking
Barney.
around talking some nonsense. But this new one is a CG cartoon. That being said, I actually really like the design of the character. It looks really cute. It actually looks legitimately very cute. It's well animated. It's a CG cartoon. It's animated well enough. It is kind of a shame that it doesn't have like them interacting with the kids that the kids that were watching it can
Mhm.
kind of relate to, right? It's just these cartoon characters now, right? It made Barney feel more real back then.
Yeah.
So by changing it to a CG cartoon, good design or not, which I think is a good design, I think it does lose a little bit of that magic as well.
Yeah.
It's also just easier for them because you know they don't have to pay an actor to be in this suit, and they don't have to like find all these kids. I guess I don't know. It can most of the voice work can be done remotely. I guess that's why they're
But
doing it.
the whole point of Barney was using your imagination. So the point
Yeah,
of having it live action is that you watched these kids who look like you built going into a treehouse and it's a completely different world, like or making crafts that they can make at home. You can't translate that to cartoon because it's not
yeah.
real.
I actually forgot that was the lore for Barney. That he was actually just a plush dinosaur
That
that
came
they
to
would
life.
imagine, yeah, through their imagination,
Right.
right? And now you can't really do that in the show anymore. Because like if I had a Barney plush, which I did, I could be like, this is legitimately really Barney.
It's the Coco
That's
Melon effect. They're just trying to they're just trying to shit out YouTube content for little babies to sit in front of and just melt their brains away.
yeah,
Just
which like I'm
flashing
sure the cartoon's
colors.
fine. You know, this gives them by making it animated, and I've talked about this with things like Power Rangers before, right? Power Rangers is limited by its, you know, what the humans themselves can do. They're supposed to be like these big superhero guys, but they never actually do anything super.
Mm-hmm.
They just do a flip and a trick once in a while, right? But why are they considered these big superheroes? So I'm thinking, you know, you animate Power Rangers, you make it into an animated series, 2D or 3D, I don't really care. And you can do a lot more with the characters. You can do a
Yeah.
lot more with the action, right? They aren't limited to what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. You can have grander adventures with Barney, but I do kind of agree it does lose that magic a little bit. And also they this is a different note and not necessarily a good or a bad one. It's just something I've noticed. They changed the classic Barney theme song. You know, I love you,
Not just
you love
that,
me.
they changed the voice for Barney
They did. I was
completely.
gonna get to that in a sec, but there's a very specific lyric change in the Barney theme song, which is it used to be I love you, you love me, we're a happy family, but now it's I love you, I love me too. And I'm thinking that's interesting. I'm thinking why would that be? And I'm thinking it could be a couple things. Maybe it's like why maybe it's like a consensual thing, or like why am I saying hey I love you and you love me, right? You love me too.
Mm-hmm. Because it was
It could be more
true.
of a for sure, but it could be more of a confidence boosting thing and be like hey I love you and I also love me as well, right? So it's like I understand, sure,
Yeah.
I understand that, but
I think at
but
the
it was just
time it
interesting.
was more like a hey, it was a way to teach kids to show love to their family members or their classmates or whatever, to be like, I love you and you love me because we're a happy family. We're a family, you know, we're
Oh, good
friends, we're
enough
family, you
message.
know? But,
I'm not
and
saying it's bad. I think it's a
understand.
good message, but I think I could see why they changed it.
I understand it's like they're promoting like, oh, self-love because that's, you know, very trendy.
Yeah,
But also it's like it's a good thing. It's a good thing to be
it's a
like
good
I
thing.
love me, you know? Cuz kids
Yeah,
need to
as
learn
if
that.
they do. I feel like that's the last thing people learn,
That's
right?
not
It's
really
like
my
what's special
problem
about
with it
you?
though.
No, it's the voice.
It's the voice. If you go to Spotify, cuz right before we went live, I was on Spotify getting my music queued up,
Oh, I was
and
on YouTube.
I saw the Barney playlist, and I was like, "Oh, they got a Barney playlist," not realizing it was the new show. And so I was going through and I was like, "Where's this song?" That was like super popular on Barney. I'm not going to say it cuz it kind of sounds bad. And if you know, you know. I'm not going to say it out loud because I'm not going to get the smoke from people.
How
But
many slurs it's got in it?
it's Mr. Something. It's Mr. Something. I'm not gonna say it. But I was looking through the playlist. I was like, oh, maybe they got rid of it because it like they know people are gonna be like, what did he say? So I was like, oh, here's the theme song. So I played the theme song and I was like, oh, what is this? His voice is like, I love you. You love me. Like not even on pitch. Like it is so
Which
bad.
is like, you might be thinking, isn't that how the original sounded? Like, didn't he sound kind of like that? Yeah, he sounded like a big doofy
Yeah,
guy
but
for sure.
he had
But now they're distinctly doing a Patrick Star. Like it's much deeper, much dumber. And I'm like, what? You couldn't have made it like super D duper, you know?
yeah,
Like he was kind of like a nerdier,
the old Barney was
higher pitch,
enthusiastic. He was
you
like,
know?
"I love you. You love me." This one is like,
Yeah,
"I love you." Like,
I
what am
love
I
me too.
like? And when I heard that and realized that they changed the lyrics to "I love me," the first thing I thought of was the Animaniacs parody "Baloney and Friends" because he actually instead of saying "I love you," he says "I love me" the whole time. And I was like, they literally just took that from Animaniacs,
Yeah,
which is a really funny episode of Animaniacs. If you go back and watch, I think it's on Hulu. It's probably on YouTube, honestly. But basically, they're trying to kill Barney the whole or Baloney, sorry. They're trying to kill Baloney the whole episode and he won't die. And they're like, "Why won't he die?" And he's just like,
Animaniacs that was a great cartoon. That was
"Oh,
great.
so good. So adult, but like a really good show."
Yeah, it definitely maybe at some points wasn't what I was supposed to be watching, but I was anyway.
Yeah,
We were very loose in my household about like what
me
I was
too.
allowed to watch. I was watching Simpsons and South Park. Simpsons was good though. Simpsons
Yeah.
was like okay. First of all, I'm a huge Simpsons fan. I don't really
Mhm.
talk about it too much on stream, but I'm a really big Simpsons fan. I actually used to go to I only went a couple times to a Simpsons trivia night at a bar,
Ooh, that's fun.
which was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. I went with Shy Drake, who's like the actual biggest Simpsons fan I know, and I couldn't keep up, but I did pretty well. I did pretty well. But that's how much I like love Simpsons.
Mhm.
But that show was good though. It had a moral
Yeah.
every single time for the most part. It was clever. It was like emotional. It was funny. It was everything. It was
It was
everything.
so
I
good.
still think it retains a lot of that. Like especially newer seasons, it's been kind of like hitting a new era of like good episodes.
Yeah.
But one of my least favorite things about modern cartoons, and The Simpsons was affected by this as well, is implementing our technology into the TV show.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like
Like
all
phones.
of a sudden these cartoon characters start having phones. And it
That's
like
weird.
negates a lot of the like yeah, now you have to write around the smartphone.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like you gotta now if a character's having an issue, they can just look it up on their phone. Whereas back in the day it used to be Lisa and Bart would go on an adventure to the library to
Mhm.
look up legal things to bust Krusty out of jail and prove his innocence, you know?
Yeah.
But like now it's just like they can just quickly Google something. I don't like when they implement technology into things.
Yeah, as a TV writer, I feel like that would be the last thing that you want to do because
It limits you.
it creates more work for you to like figure out, okay, how can I create an exciting episode of television when they can just find the answer in 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Like how do we
How
get
can I find
around
an
that?
obstacle that a smartphone wouldn't solve?
And in a show like The Simpsons, you don't have to implement that. You can just like they were frozen in time for the whole
Yeah.
show. So like why implement smartphones?
Why implement it at all? You could have just like never acknowledged them, which I think would have been the best move. There would have been a disconnect between like kids these days watching Simpsons because they'd be like,
Yeah.
why don't they have phones? So I get why they did it, but like there's ways to do it, and I'm not saying Simpsons could have did it this way, but I'm watching an anime right now called Ranma One Half. It's a remake of one of my favorite anime of all time. It's a remake of the anime is from 1989, so it's an older anime. But this new one just came out a couple weeks ago, and so a lot of people were worried, like, well, how are they going to tell this story in a modern age?
Mhm.
First episode pops up. The first thing that happens, the first episode, it says sometime in Tokyo, sometime in the 80s. I'm like, they're geniuses.
Yeah.
They're geniuses. They just solved everything. They
Yeah.
didn't have to give that context back in the day because it was already coming out in the 80s, but now they're like, this is in the same time period and came
Mhm.
out. I'm like, they're so smart for doing that. So
Yeah.
now in this modern retelling of the story, they do not have to have modern technology, and I love that.
That's
I
great.
think that's great. Yeah.
Well, also it's like, you know, that's what our generation and the generation that grew up with that show, it's like that's the vibe that they want. We want early 2000s, 90s, 80s. We want that aesthetic. I think that's why Stranger Things was so popular because
Oh yeah.
we as a generation like we love like vintage like 80s, 90s media and fashion and music. And so whenever a show or like a film implements that, I'm like it's gonna hit because like that's what people want. And that's why I can't understand companies that change their marketing to be so modern when it was so good to begin with. And it's what
Keep it
people want.
fun.
It's trending. So like
Yeah.
why not implement some of those old marketing, you know, uh things into it? Like I went to Taco Bell to pick up something last night and I noticed they're kind of implementing that cup design into the wall a little bit. You know, remember the
Design?
90s cup, the blue like splattered kind of design? It's very, if you
Oh
look it
yeah,
up,
like
it's really
yeah,
popular.
I know the one.
They've
Yeah,
kind of implemented that into their wall design. I'm like, yes, just keep going back to that because Taco Bell had some of the best branding, you
yeah,
know? So cool, so 90s. And I just wish that companies would, let's just go back because like
yeah.
people want that, you know?
You know what? For me, it was we didn't really have standalone Taco Bell restaurants here.
Mm-hmm.
Taco Bell is very infrequent for us. We don't have as much as you guys do. I like Taco Bell, but I rarely. It's mostly a food court food.
Yeah.
Here, if there is a Taco Bell here, it's usually in combination with a KFC, and even then, that's kind of
Ugh,
uncommon.
hate
Um,
that.
but you never see them standalone. But for us, it was Burger King. Burger King was kind
Mm,
of popping off with its design back in the
the king,
90s.
yeah.
Yeah, and for us, it was my local one. Now that I'm doxing locations, it was a Burger King at Rockwood Mall, and that was my childhood Burger King location,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so cool. And that location's still there, but it did burn down in 2018, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So they rebuilt it up, and it's like not as interesting. It has that minimalist design. It's just not good.
Yeah.
But they used to have like this big, huge burger on the side of the building that was like made out of like I don't know drywall plaster, right? Like it was a solid burger on the side of like it was embedded into the wall.
Yeah.
The seats were all like different heights and like all kind of wavy looking. Like it felt like a fun cartoon to sit in and eat my darn burger,
Right.
right? And not only that, but this is a different note. The toys they used to give you extremely high quality.
So good.
I probably have Burger King toys within reach right now. I'm not gonna go get them though.
Mm-hmm.
But like the Pokemon line of toys, those were heavy duty toys.
Oh
Those
yeah.
the Burger King toys, the Burger King Pokemon toys, were nicer than regular Pokemon toys now.
It's crazy.
And there was like they had a whole Dragon Ball Z line. Oh
Same with
god,
McDonald's
Spaceman
too.
toys.
Their toys used to be so high quality and they used to put so much effort into their collaborations.
Do you remember the Sonic one, the Sonic
Yeah.
Heroes?
Oh yeah.
Oh, with the little LCD games?
Yep.
I I don't think I have them anymore. I had the Sonic and the Knuckles one. And they were so much fun. I mean, they weren't, but like
Mm-hmm.
they were for a stupid little McDonald's toy.
Yeah.
I want those. That's what I want.
Bet you could find them on eBay or something
Probably for a massive
for a
amount of
million
money.
dollars. Yeah.
Yeah, for a million
I've
dollars.
been kind of looking on Facebook Marketplace for like vintage, cause like I'm in my collecting era right now. I've been collecting a lot of Disney stuff and just like early 2000s memorabilia like Nickelodeon. I've been looking for stuff on Facebook Marketplace like Hello Kitty, Strawberry Shortcake, Polly Pocket.
Yeah.
And there is some good stuff, but some of it's going for like $200, which is totally understandable because like that's what I'm saying is like it's the most iconic era, and there has never been an era like the early 2000s. There never will be again, and that's why it's so popular because it's so magical. Like when you think back and you,
Oh, I have a great idea for
oh,
stream. Sorry, continue. But it's related to what you're saying.
okay, um, but like I'm really into looking up like mood boards, or I guess you'd call them stim boards on TikTok, where they'll have like tropical core. Tropical core is a huge like aesthetic, I guess you could say. It's the, how do I even describe this? If you look up tropical core on like TikTok or Pinterest especially, it'll pop up with like everything that describes it. So it's like, especially if you're a girl, like it makes a lot of sense. But it's
Hmm.
like all the, you know, the shower products that we had, like the L'Oreal Kids, which we need to talk about that. L'Oreal
That's kind of
complete,
related to it as
yeah,
well.
it's related. L'Oreal completely eliminated their kids line. If you remember the L'Oreal Kids, No More Tears products that looked
The
like a
fish bottle.
fish, the fish
Yeah.
bottles, the detangler spray, the pear detangler spray, Those are
Yeah,
completely gone. They don't make those anymore. They don't even have products for kids anymore.
they make
And
them in
but they
Canada.
still, you can get them on Amazon Canada, which I'm gonna have him get those for me because
Of course.
I had a wild hair recently where I was like, I want to buy like, I don't know, stuff that I this is so weird. I want to use like kid hair products and just experiment and see what happens. And so I bought this detangler from Suave, it's the hairline.
Yeah.
And it's, my hair has never been softer. But I was like, dude, I gotta get my hands on the L'Oreal Kids stuff. And I looked it up and I was like, it's gone. Like, you can buy them on Amazon for like, $20 and they're probably super expired.
Yeah,
But you could buy the bottle and like have it and put it up somewhere. But I think L'Oreal Canada still does it.
they do. Yeah. So we got the whole line.
So
The
thank
fish bottles are like
God.
a little bit more simplified, but they're
Yeah,
still there. We still
it's
have
still
them.
there.
It's still good. We can put it directly into your eye. They don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a part of like the tropical core vibes. Basically like, what else would be another thing? I don't know, just look it up and you'll see what I mean. But it is like one of my favorite aesthetics that I miss so much. Like,
Yeah.
I just love the early 2000s. I want to go back so badly.
Oh, me
I
too.
don't
Me
know.
too. That's a good era. It was a good era for the internet as well. I think I got my computer in 2000. Ooh, I want to say 7 or 8 or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. And like that was still everything was kind of a wild west online.
Yeah.
Uh, very susceptible to viruses and all that. But besides all that, it was very fun. You got your
Yeah.
Neopets,
All
you got
Neopets,
your you
Webkins,
got your Habbo hotels, right?
the Hamtaro toys, the little figures. Remember
Yeah.
those?
Oh, I remember. I
Polly
had the whole
Pocket, of
set,
course.
Polly Pocket. And actually, okay, my stream idea. Here's my stream
Okay.
idea. It's gonna be a big improv game. We're gonna be coming up with storylines. Okay, we play with Polly Pockets on stream. We get a camera set up, and we
Yeah.
play a classic game of Polly Pocket House. Okay,
Yeah.
we get into the roles. There's drama. There's mystery. There's all this stuff. Okay,
I'm so
we
down.
do, and we stream it all.
You got to find one first.
We got to find it. We could do a Barbie Playhouse as well. We could play these games. We could have different play sets and
Yeah.
do a whole thing. Wouldn't that be? That would be
Oh, I'm
crazy.
so down. I will say too, I've been allowing myself to just buy like toys that I see and want. And so a couple days ago, I bought a Bratz doll, and I'm gonna start collecting like Barbie and Bratz dolls and keeping them in their box for display purposes.
Like
Because
Stinky Pete.
like Stinky Pete, but it's like the boxes are just so nice. I feel like I'm gonna grab it because it's over here and I want to show people. So I'm gonna take my headphone off for a second, okay?
You really are Stinky
Pete,
Pete.
aren't you? I love it. Brittany Brusky was like, "Remember when Stinky Pete was farting hot in that box in Toy Story?" Okay, one second.
Yeah. I collect things as well. I'm not necessarily an inbox collector. I have a couple. This is an embarrassing sentence to say. I do have some Funko Pops. Um, in fact, all of them were either gifted or stolen. I haven't. I don't think I've actually ever given Funko some money, but I have. I'll show these on camera too. I have.
I brought some
It's
other
mainly
stuff.
standard. I don't like pop figures that look like I guess they're supposed to be humans. But I have
Okay.
this little cinema roll one, right? And I got this punk Karomi one, which I actually love. This one. This one's like all neon and cool looking. And I'm like, all right, these ones are fine. These ones are passable because they don't look
Cute.
like Funko Pops. Funko Pops are hideous, but I don't necessarily keep them in box. I'm gonna have to mute this because my phone keeps
You're
ding.
Mr. Popular today.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, cutting
Anyway, it's
class just
muted.
went live 5 minutes ago.
Oh, it's
Um,
been like Facebook Messenger. Sorry, my camera's gonna be wiggly for a sec while it
That's
gets its
okay. I'll
balance.
show them the Bratz doll that I have. So
Let's see.
there's really not a lot of Bratz dolls out right now. They only have like two different styles, and so I got the one that like I couldn't stop thinking about, and so I got Chloe. Look how
Chloe. Now describe
Chloe's, sorry
this
about the
outfit for
highlights. My
the.
webcam's kind of broken, but so this is Chloe. I think she's probably my favorite Bratz next to Jade. Um, I just love, I
Weren't you
love
a Yasmin girl?
Yasmin. No, I would say Jade. I really like Jade. She's really like edgy and cool. But I
Oh,
also love like Chloe's fashion choices and like her hair and stuff. But
yeah.
the box is super nice and like you rotate it and there's like design on the back too. It's like
It's kind of like the
holographic.
iridescent look. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And she's on the side. Sorry about the highlights. It doesn't do it justice. Here we go. Kind of turn it.
It also
Um,
kind of gives it a cool effect.
it really does. But yeah, so I got Chloe. There's like I think there's three brats for this line total, and then
I
there's
like
a
this old denim outfit she's got.
I
She's got like
know
these
it's
denim leggings. I'm
it's
like, that's kind
very
of
like 90s and early 2000s, and I was like, I've got to get Chloe, and like all the accessories that come with it. Like, there's a part of me that wants to open it, but I'm like, no, I need to keep her like looking perfect.
yeah.
And so I'm gonna start collecting Barbie dolls too. There's a Wicked Barbie line. There's a Ariana Grande Glenda. There's two of them. I'm probably just gonna get one, but like I'm gonna start collecting like dolls, and I'm so excited. And they're not
I'm
super
excited for you.
expensive. This was like
I
20.
like when you're. I like when people collect the little thing when they have a little
Yeah,
thing, you know.
this was like
Yeah.
$24. The Barbies, like you can get the singular like case with no accessories for like $10, which is not bad. Um, but yeah, so it's not a super expensive hobby, and I'm only gonna buy one like every couple months or so probably. But yeah, I'm really excited. And then I just wanted to show you guys a couple more things I have that I like. I
Yeah.
thrifted this Beauty and the Beast light up wand stick, and I'm obsessed with it. Like it's just so nice to have on at night.
Yeah, that one's really cool. Oh,
Cute.
that's really nice.
I saw a Minnie Mouse bubble blower at Target and I almost bought it, but I was like, no, I need to slow down. And then I got this from my cousin. It doesn't work, but it's a Sailor Moon globe thing. And it's supposed to light up and spin, I think. But
That looks like a retro one too.
no, it lights up and it makes the like magical noise. But she sounds like a demon because it's so old.
Damn. Yeah,
So
because that looks like it's from the '90s
yeah.
anime.
Um
Yeah.
but yeah, I love my collection and I'm gonna keep keep adding on to it. But it's just been like so much fun, and like I highly suggest that to anybody to do.
Yeah, honestly, if you find something that you want to collect,
I just implore people to go to the toy aisle and walk away with something. Because you know
yeah,
you want it. You know you want it. You know you want that Barbie doll. You know you want
it'll
that
make you happy, you
figure.
know?
There were some Disney Barbie dolls too, and I almost got an Ariel doll, but I was like, I'm gonna get one doll per visit.
That's yeah. Oh, actually, pie. This is a good example of collecting
Roadies.
a little thing. Roadies. I've mentioned this before. Roadies this little. How do you want to describe it? Pie's gonna get mad. It's a little donkey horse thing that's supposed to be like this. I think it's big in Europe. God, Pie's gonna tear me apart for this one.
Europe.
Uh, I don't know. It's
We
like a
love
little bouncy
roadies.
toy for kids, right? I don't think it's not a Canadian or American thing.
No, we don't have roadie here.
I don't have roadie here. So I think yeah, but it's like a little bouncy toy thing. I think like you sit on it, you're a kid, you sit on it, you bounce around. But like they have a bunch of merch for it, and they have like little toys of it now, and it's done a bunch of collaborations with like Hatsune Miku and other characters like that. So yeah, Roadie's neat. Pi has a big Roadie collection.
That's awesome.
I have a big Cinnamoroll collection. I mean, I always have my Cinnamorolls behind my head, as you can see. A lot of Cinnamoroll plushies and other gimmick
I
stuff.
love
I've kind of
Cinnamoroll.
slowed down. I do love Cinnamoroll. I've kind of slowed down on the Cinnamoroll stuff, just for money reasons and also space.
I
But
saw
uh,
I was gonna say I went to Five Below a couple days ago, and they have Sanrio little like microphones, like I was telling you about. They have the Wicked one, so they have
yeah,
they have like a Cinnamoroll a My Melody Kuromi and Hello Kitty, and I was like, oh, I need to get this for us so we can have matching
Oh,
ones. They're like
that'd be
$5.
cute. That's nice. Yeah, let's get that.
They have some good Hello Kitty stuff at Five Below, but it's like it was the day that I was like having a literal panic attack, and so I had to leave. There were kids running around everywhere.
Mm.
I had to get out of there, but I was like, I'm gonna come back for this for sure.
Yeah, I gotta get some more. I haven't collected a Cinnamoroll thing in a while. It was I was collecting all these little lights.
Yeah, those are
These little,
so cute.
I freaking love these things. They're so cute.
I can't wait
Right?
for like when we actually get to live together. We'll just have like a room of all of our like collectibles. Like,
Only one room.
well, let's figure out how we can afford one room.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's figure that out first, and then we'll go from there. But
We got
hopefully, we'll
yeah.
have at
There's
least
steps that
two
need to be taken
rooms.
first.
We'll have two rooms. Or the living. Honestly, the living room could just be the.
Yeah.
We could just force people to deal with it.
My dream is at least 3 bedrooms. I would love to have three
Yeah.
bedrooms. That'd be so nice.
Now we could move
It's
to like Saskatchewan, and we could have 4 bedrooms.
sure
Saskatoon.
as long as I have decent internet. I don't mind Saskatchewan. I
I would
actually don't mind it.
honestly live. Like that sounds really safe. Like,
Yeah, I
who's
think
gonna
there's a lot
hurt
of
you
crime there,
there?
but yeah.
There's a lot of crime there
Uh,
in
probably you're
Saskatoon.
honestly. I feel like if you're white, you're probably fine. Uh,
I'll protect you.
thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like being Indigenous, most places in Canada except for Ontario,
Is Saskatoon
and
like the Alabama of Canada?
I think more like Saskatchewan is like definitely. I don't know. I feel like there is more Indigenous people, but they're also like a lot. They're
There's
dying
gotta
a lot
be
more.
in Saskatoon. I feel like there's gotta be because there's like a lot of
Yeah, I don't know. I
land,
know
right?
Manitoba's bad.
Damn.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
Well, we could. I was
We'll
gonna
figure it
say
out.
we
I'm
could
still willing to
live.
move. I'm willing to move there anyway. Let's just do it.
We could live out west in like the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of indigenous people there, but it's just a struggle. It's a struggle everywhere in North America for indigenous people. Like it doesn't matter where you live.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess I'll just grow up and we'll figure it out.
Um, but I honestly, at this point in life, like I would be down to live in the middle of nowhere as long as there was like a grocery store. Because I'm just so content with like being away and like
Yeah,
especially if I can have like a little plot of land to like garden stuff and just try to be sufficient. Self-sufficient, is that the
yeah.
word? That's my goal in life, and like especially with the state of the world, I just want to get away from the cities.
I do, but I also want decent internet as well.
Of course. But it's like
That's the
I don't know.
problem. Is like I want the 3 bedroom place because I want it doesn't have to be a house, it can be an apartment. I don't really
Mhm.
care. But like I want you to have your dedicated space. I want me to
Yeah.
have my dedicated space. Um and then like we'll have our shared room,
That
right?
would be awesome. Yeah.
So I don't know. That that would be ideal. That'd be ideal, I
Maybe I'll
think.
start playing the scratch offs. Maybe I'll just start getting lottery.
It's not a good sign when we start resorting to lottery tickets, but hey,
Well, we were playing blackjack the other night and I was like, I want to go to a casino.
blackjack was fun. That was very fun.
I don't want to play blackjack in real life, but I want to play the slot machines for sure. They're fun.
Slot
But
machines look like fun 'cause I like the lights and colors.
like I and you, MaeMaeTown and Spiel can attest to this. I'm a very conservative gambler.
Oh yeah, you're like
I
I
bet like
put down
$10, 10 chips.
1 token,
Tuh.
2 token, 3 token. Your turn. And
Yeah.
we're like, all in,
Yeah, you
baby.
guys
Let's
put like
go.
literally bet all of your chips at once. I'm like, and sometimes it really works out and sometimes it doesn't. I'd rather just like put like a few and if I lose it, it's not like a big deal. Drop the house on it.
Outside it,
That was
baby.
fun though, playing blackjack on it was like a Wii game, right?
It was a Switch game. It was
It was a
50,
Switch game.
52 Clubhouse games.
Yeah, that was really fun. We should do a stream of those games.
Oh yeah, we should
I
absolutely.
would do that.
Yeah, I think you and I should play some of them because Spielerman and I did
Yeah.
a whole stream of that game, but they don't have.
You didn't like Mish Gish Ganish? I called it Babushka. And Spiel was like,
That's
no, it's
that
German.
Mensch Argen Dish
Gish
Niche
Nish.
Dish Nuts.
Listen,
All right.
I'm a quarter German. I don't speak any German. So to me it's Babushka
Well, if you play with 4 players on 52 Clubhouse games, you only get blackjack in
and
that garbage
Babushka.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Why do they do that?
I don't know. I
That's
don't
like
know.
a family number.
It's 4. 4 is like the standard since the
standard.
N64. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find something.
We'll find something. Chat and also listeners, I'm gonna have to cut it short there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I could keep talking. I could keep talking for another hour easily, but it is Canadian bootleg Canadian Thanksgiving, and I have one family coming over,
and I got
and
stuff to do too.
Yeah, so we gotta get our day started. But hey, that was a ton of fun. Of course, I love doing these. I love having you guys here in chat as well. I love hanging out with MaeMaeTown.
Me
okay?
too.
These are some of my favorite streams, and we just got to get the eyes. You know, we just got to get the eyes on our stream.
We just got to promote this podcast.
We just gotta, yeah.
I also want to. Before we end, there was a bit that I really wanted to talk about that I've missed the past 2 episodes. So when we were in Florida, I don't know how it came up, but we were talking about that Outcast song, "Hey Ya." And I was like, how funny would it be if, like, because you know the part where he's like,
all right now, ladies.
No, wait. He's like, the part where they're like, okay, now fellas, and they're like, yeah. And I was like, what if it got to the ladies part? He's like, okay, now ladies. What? I don't have any money. Like a guy bothering you at the gas station. I don't have any change. I'm gay.
I don't have it. Yeah, okay.
I have a boyfriend.
All right, now, ladies. I have a boyfriend.
Okay, now, ladies. What?
What
do you want?
Another one of my favorite bits that we're doing lately is, are you guys mad at me?
Yeah, we were playing Fields of Mystria together. Like, we were streaming each other's screens. And I put bonnets on my my coop animals.
So you had like all your animals looking just stupid.
Just stupid as hell. And so I walk in the coop. When you walk into the coop, I don't know about the barn. I think so. When you walk into the barn or the coop, they're all just standing there, not moving. Like in Stardew, you walk in and like they're all like clucking around and running around and stuff. But in Fields of Mystria, you walk in and at first they're just sitting there stoically, like not moving at all. And so after a while, I walked in there and I'd be like, "Are you guys mad at me?" And it's like, it just looks so stupid with like their bonnets on. Are you guys mad at me?
You're acting really weird.
You're acting really weird. What's wrong?
Okay, I really do have to go.
Okay, guys, this was a great episode. Thank you all for participating in the Twitch chat. If you're listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube, be sure to give this podcast a like and or a 5-star rating, and tell your friends. Subscribe and tell your friends. And if it's Canadian, or if it, I guess by the time you listen to this, if it was Canadian Thanksgiving, I hope you had a merry Thanksgiving, and that you made a turkey sandwich.
Ooh, turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
All right. Have fun, everyone.
Have fun, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye.